Let's do this one.
He wasn't muted.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
We can hear you, Dane. Can you hear us?
Not very well. Hold on. Let me mute this. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
We hear you, Dean.
Got it. Thank you. Okay, I know which one to go with. Hey, Courtney, are you there?
I don't know. Am I on video? I better mute it. You're not muted though.
There we go. Thank you. I guess we still need Rick. All right. And Mary.
Unmute here.
so appreciate it.
Okay. This meeting of the City of Palaca Historic. I need to do something, or is that you? Got it? This meeting of the City of Palaca Historic. Oh. Testing, 1, 2. Still a little bit.
You want your name?
What?
Do you want your name and then who you are?
They can't see it on camera anyhow, so they can see the meeting over there, they'll say. Anyway.
Oh, low.
Sonny, if you mute Larry's mic, you're still not able to pick up everything off of this central mic that you have over here. Yeah, we don't need this, so just mute Larry's mic and let's go with that. I don't think you have to have individual capabilities with all your people up there.
Kiss me, kiss me.
Well, then what's the problem?
That's why I'm confused.
It's feedback, obviously. I'm with it.
Yes, can you mute your mic for just a minute? And I just want to see something. Mute your mic and let's just see what happens.
I think it is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, mute your microphone.
I don't think it's Dean's mic.
You don't think it is?
It's something in here.
Is it the one with the skin?
Is there a mic on at the podium? Just kill them all, turn them on one by one.
Testing.
Is that?
It's on.
Oh, it's off?
That one's on. All right.
Try that.
Hello, hello.
Set up top.
Oh.
Testing, 1, 2. Better.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Which one's on?
Go ahead, Justin.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ask Dean if he can hear you.
Dean, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're getting echo here though.
That's
Okay.
me. Oh, I think I.
Ask Dean again if he can hear.
Dean, can you still hear me? Okay.
Let's go with it.
Ready?
Yes.
Sonny, you want to try it now? Sounds like we've still got. Okay, I'll go get to try it. This meeting of the Palatka Historic Preservation Board will now come to order. Roll call of members.
Roberta Correa. Richard Stackpole.
Yes.
Elizabeth Van Rensburg.
Here.
Larry Beaton.
Present.
Mary Reese. Present. That's the end of roll call.
Okay. I'd like, for the record, I'd like to announce that our chairperson, Robbie Correa, has recused herself from this particular case. Also, the terms of service of Ms. Craybill and Ms. Schollenberger have expired and will need to be reappointed by the city commission. And both have reapplied for continuing to serve on the Historic Preservation Board, but they're not able to participate in this meeting because their terms are currently expired. Appeal procedure. Any person aggrieved by decision of the board may, within 15 days thereafter, apply to the city commission for a review of the board's decision. Such application must be filed with the city manager in writing. Objections by property owners to National Register nominations must be notarized to be included in the record. Section 54-4-74 Palatka Municipal Code. Any person wishing to appeal any decision by the Historic Preservation Board with respect to any matter considered at such meeting will need a record of the proceedings, and for such purpose may need to ensure that a verbatim record of the proceedings is made at the applicant's expense, which record includes the testimony and evidence upon which the appeal is to be based. Florida Statute 286.105. Okay, has the board had an opportunity to review the minutes of the August 25th meeting?
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. We've changed the order of business slightly. We will have public comment at this time. Public comment is available via YouTube live chat feature or by calling City Hall at 386-329-0100, extension 0 for comments or questions. Call-in speakers are limited to 3 minutes, no action taken on items. If there are any public comments, you can go to live chat or you can call in at this time.
There are no public comments at this time.
Thank you. Okay, under new business, case HPB 20-6, request for a certificate of appropriateness to add a black metal fence around the front perimeter of the property and around the perimeter of the patio located on the south front of the house. The location is 117 South 3rd Street in the South Historic District in Palatka. The applicant is Louise Dutton. At this time, we'd like the interim city planner to present the report on this case to the board.
Dean, we can't hear you. Dean. Hello?
We got it. We got it. Uh-oh.
Can you share screen?
Share screen. Go back to my PowerPoint down there. And let's, hold on, we'll go back up. We'll go from the beginning. Okay, is that better now? Everything good? All right, thank you. This is Dean Mims, the interim planning director, and I'm pleased to make a short PowerPoint presentation. The applicant is Ms. Louise Dutton, and she has zoomed in as well. She is doing this from
You haven't shared your screen yet.
a remote location. Crap.
You're okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Thought I did it.
Press escape.
Escape.
Go to Zoom.
Thought we did it.
There you go.
Okay.
It'll do. Yep, there.
At last, here we are. Thank you. Again, this is Dean Mims, interim planning director, and I'd like to point out that the applicant, Ms. Louise Dutton, is zoomed in as well from a remote location. As the chair pointed out, this is the proposed addition of a black metal fence around the front perimeter of the property and around the perimeter of the patio located on the south front side of the house. It's a 4-foot high metal fence, very traditional looking. It is aluminum. The property is located 1 block south of St. John's Avenue at the very northeastern part of the South Historic District, as shown on this map, and also as shown here at the property appraiser of the Amber. It is a non-contributing structure to the district. This is a site, I do not know the exact date on this from the Florida Master Site files, but this is a past picture. This property, this house, is framed vernacular style with Georgian symmetry and detailing, built between 1884 and 1885. It's currently in residential use, and as it was with the previous owner who passed, the property changed hands within the last year. The last property owner died late in 2019, and Ms. Dutton now owns this property and is doing some nice things. It also was the previous site of the cooking school and land associates offices. We have a 2009 photograph from that. Very current picture of the property. I took this on the 24th of September. This shows the front facing west, and a bit of the north elevation, the north side elevation. You can see a replacement wooden fence back there that was approved under an administrative COA to replace the existing 6-foot wooden fence. And what is proposed, the 4-foot black metal fence would track the property line in just inside the property line and connect to that fence, wrap around the front. And I will go to the next picture. We'll go completely down the front line of the property, and we'll also have around the porch on the southwest corner of the property, there'll be fencing along there. There is the sketch that we have from the application. So that's really what's proposed there. So it will be enclosed with a very attractive 4-foot black metal fence. This is the exact what the fence would be. It's actually quite it's the same contractor that did this several years ago at a different location. And this was for these, here's this identical fence at 318 South 8th Street, case number 1816. And again, this was a previous approved certificate of appropriateness. So just to show you how this works. Staff review, there are general considerations under the code. The structure's design and appearance, front, sides, roof, materials, etc. The decision to issue or not issue the certificate shall be based on conformance of proposed work to the Secretary of Interior standards for rehabilitation. I copied this as close as you can get to fences in the appendix in one of the exhibits. Fences and walls add distinction to individual buildings and historic districts. They do serve a practical purpose. They establish and form the property line boundaries, distinguishing lines between yards, streets, sidewalks. And the proposed decorative black aluminum fence is of historically common style. If it were truly from the time, it would probably have been made of wrought iron or cast metal. But such fences as this are, and wood picket fences are common in both the North and South historic districts. There are specific rules in our code governing decisions. In the case of a proposed alteration or addition, such addition will not materially impair the architectural or historic value of the structure. Staff finds that it is of a historically common style, consistent and compatible with the architectural and historic value of the structure. In the case of a proposed new structure, it's fence to be located along the property lines and around the patio. It's harmonious with what's around it, nearby and in the district. And also for a new structure, you have to review whether it would be injurious to the general visual character of the district in which it is located. Clearly not. I think it will be an enhancement, and it will provide some practical value to the property owner as well. Just the visual, psychological demarcation of her property in an attractive fashion. Recommendation. Staff recommends that the Historic Preservation Board issue a certificate of appropriateness, case HB 20-6 for 117 South 3rd Street for addition of a 4-foot-high black metal fence around the front perimeter of the property and around the perimeter of the patio located on the south front side of the house. That's first part of the recommendation. That's the basic recommendation, but the board also has to make findings per our code. Following findings, staff recommends that the board make these findings. And in the case of a proposed alteration or addition to an existing structure, that such alteration or addition will not materially impair the architectural historic value of the structure. That's the first finding. Second, in the case of a proposed new structure, that such structure will not in itself or by reason of its location on the site materially impair the architectural or historic value of a structure on adjacent sites or in the immediate vicinity. And the third of the three is in the case of proposed new structure, that structure will not be injurious to the general visual character of the district in which it is to be located. So if the board is so inclined as to recommend approval of this, I've got what I think are really clear recommendations. But if you do make the recommendation to approve this, part of it is you will have to, you will be making these findings. So I would ask that you articulate these or refer to them as shown on the slide in your motion. So that I'm at the point of asking for any questions here, and thank you for your time.
Mr. Mims, can you hear me now?
I certainly can.
Okay, very good. Does the applicant wish to address the board or have any comments, or is she available to answer any questions? Or let me direct the questions to you first, and then if we need to get the applicant, unless she has something that she would like to say.
She appears to be muted, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
There, I'm unmuted. I'm unmuted now. No, I have no statements to make at this time.
Okay. I'd like to ask a couple of questions, and either Mr. Mims or Ms. Dutton could answer the questions for me. In the proposal that I'm looking at, in addition to the 4-foot aluminum fence, there's also a pricing for, it looks like it says 44 feet of black aluminum handrail with, can't read that next word, but something caps. Can you tell us what that is?
I believe that's for the fencing that's going around the patio area as a handrail.
Okay, thank you. And in viewing your house from the 3rd Street side, it appears that to the south of your house, there is some of the wooden fence. Will that portion of the wooden fence still be in use?
Yes,
Okay. So if someone views the house from South 3rd Street, they'll see wooden fence and they'll see the metal fence.
correct.
Okay. I did not see in the diagram any gate entrance to your property off of 3rd Street. How do you propose for someone to get to your front door?
Where you see on the diagram of the job where it says 105, those two little drawings of like a, I don't know, it looks like almost like a more than sign where it's drawn in to the right and then a little line to the left. That's a gate. And on the other side of where it says 105, there's another gate.
Okay, so there are 2 gates on the 3rd Street side.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any plans to replace the wooden fence with metal fence at some point in the future? I guess I
No.
have a little bit of a problem with the mix between the 2 different types of fencing as someone drives by your house. You know, you fortunately or unfortunately, your house is not only visible from the street side, but also from the alley side. I guess that's considered an alley, or the access for the parking area on the north side of your house. And so at that point, you know, people driving by on that side, the metal fence will change into the wooden fence on that side. So you're not considering changing it so it's all a consistent fence around the house?
No, I hadn't even thought of that.
Okay.
It was never brought up to me. I didn't think it was going to be an issue. I just replaced the wooden fence because it was rotting and falling down and people were cutting through my yard.
Understand. Okay. Any other, I'm kind of in an awkward position here, but do other board members have questions of Mr. Mims or Ms. Dutton?
Not at this time.
Please.
At this stage, I would actually be glad to make a motion to proceed.
Okay, Mr. Stackpole, did you have any questions? Okay. All right, any further discussion before we get the motion? Mr. Mims, did you have anything else?
No, I don't. I just see she's done some nice replacement work that's been administratively approved for the wooden fence. It was like for like. The repainting, you know, historic colors, very much so. So I think Miss Dutton is certainly, you know, throwing some resources at this property, and you know, so far it looks very good. So,
Okay, thank you. All right.
There's also welcoming and stuff. I would like to accept staff recommendation that the Historic Preservation Board issue a certificate of appropriateness for this case for the following: addition of a 4-foot-high black metal fence around the front perimeter of the property and around the perimeter of the patio located on the south front side of the house. Taking into consideration further recommendations as applicable to section 54-79, which I don't believe I actually need to read.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, Ms. Dutton.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, is there any other business to be brought before the Historic Preservation Board? Mr. Sims, did you have anything else?
Just a reminder that I think we all look forward to full complement of members on the board. Yeah, that will be up to the city commission to make the appointments.
Absolutely. All right, do any board members have any additional items?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn. A second?
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.